Hey guys, what's up? My name is Deku and I hope you're all having an amazing day. Today we'll be reviewing actually three mice, comparing it to the XTRFY MZ1 Zeiss Rail, aka Rocket Jump Ninja's mouse. If you were to ask me what I would describe this mouse in 3 words, it's pretty much a Viper Mini on crack that was full but close enough. So the two mice we're actually comparing it to are the AirPods of the Valorant OCE community, the Logitech G Pro Superlight. And another popular shape choice, it's three different shapes actually. We got the XM1R as well. This will be given to Bahia, because I don't want to use this anymore and I think you'll love this mouse. But yeah, anyways, back on topic. The way it's gonna be compared, we're gonna talk about weight, shape, sense. Nobody gives a fuck about sensors, they're all the same. Mainly switches, that's a big difference between them, and mainly the shape. What you're paying $129 for this guy is just a shape and some crispy switches. Other than that, you're just paying for Rocket Jump Ninja's design. Alrighty, so I am going to get rid of my ugly face for a second and just focus on the mice. We'll start with the not the XM1, the MZ1. The $129 you're paying for is IGN's perfect mouse. This is what he calls perfect. The reason this is his perfect mouse is because this is his philosophy, is when you naturally grab things from the mouse pad, your hands arch this way, apparently. And this is what the mouse is exactly designed. This is how it's meant to be gripped. It's that natural arch. It's like a really aggressive fingertip grip. I did try this grip for a solid 2 weeks now, and it's been ass. I couldn't aim whatsoever. I found out that I aimed so much better when I used a relaxed claw grip. If you use a traditional claw grip, that's not gonna work. You're gonna have wrist cramps. I tried doing that as well. Impossible. And my hand sizes are 19 centimeters from the middle finger to the end of the palm, and around 6 centimeters wide. So this is a mini mouse, and I do aim so much better with it. It feels like holding a pencil. It's like a fine tip pencil because of how small it is. And comparing it to the XM1, I don't know if you guys could see this, like the comparison, but this is way longer than that. If I were to grip this here, I don't even reach the end of the mouse. Meanwhile here, if I were to use my relaxed claw, I go all the way to the end of the mouse, or just before then. With the weight, the MZ1 weighs around 56 grams, which is really good for a wide mouse. Compared to the other shape kings in the market right now, I believe the Superlight is 60 grams, and if you take the bottom plate off, it's like 58, 59. And your XM1R is the heavy boy here, 70 grams. After using the MZ1, I can't go back to the XM1R. I feel it's too heavy. It sounds really stupid. I don't know why. It's just my skinny noodle arms can't hold the XM1R anymore. One thing as well with the MZ1 is there's no software. All of this is controlled with the bottom switch right here. There's a manual that comes in the box. I won't go into detail with that, but there's zero software. I reckon this could be 50 or even 48 grams if software was introduced. I think there was a Twitter user by the name of Remember Me. I don't know how to say your name probably. I'll plug your Twitter in the description, but he broke down the MZ1, and there was a bunch of useless shit that could have been taken off if software was introduced, and it could have reduced the weight drastically. Now, shape, we're gonna go back to shape now, because we're gonna compare it to the AirPods of the Valorant OCE community, the Logitech G Pro Superlight. Price difference is massive between these two. This is $270, this is $129, and this is Australian dollars. And this guy here, one of the best claw grip shapes, $89. So 3 different price ranges. It's massive. The reason I reckon the Superlight is loved, first of all, it's wireless, 60 grams, and the selling point is the neutral shape. That's why it's the AirPods, because it could suit everybody. We can do anything to this mouse and it will be fine. My only complaint with this mouse is on-round switches. If you compare these switches between these two here and the Superlight, I'm not kidding you, the MZ1, it's like a fresh bag of chips, like crunchy, really crisp. I'll give you a quick sound test right here. Just hear that. Meanwhile, the Superlight is just, if I were to use an analogy, it is that same bag of chips, except it's opened and left out for a week, and then when you go to eat it, it feels really mushy. I'm disappointed they're still using on-round switches, because the original G Pro wireless had a double clicking issue, and within a year you had to buy a new G Pro wireless because the double clicking issue just showed up because the Omron switches built up static electricity. I don't know, some dumb thing with static electricity, and then they started double clicking. I wish they went to the KL 8.0 switches on the MZ1 and the XM1R. Alrighty, so the dimensions of the MZ1 is 111 millimeters, or I think it'll be 10.1 centimeters from here to here, like from front to end. And then the width from rail to rail, like from this side to that side here, is 57.8 millimeters or 5.78 centimeters. That should be the width, and the height from bottom to the top of the hump is 3.65 centimeters. And then if you do look at your superlight, the width is 5.9 centimeters. The length from here to here would be 12.5 centimeters. And your height from bottom to top is 3.9 centimeters. And then your XM1R from end to end is 122 millimeters. The width is 6.2 centimeters. And the height from bottom to the peak of the hump is 3.8 centimeters. I did forget to mention the most important bit, and not the most important, but a essential one. It's the cable. So the cables, we leave the super out of this one because you got no cables with that boy. Between the MZ1 and the XM1R, they both have equally similar stock cables, like incredibly flexible, no issues like whatsoever. The XM1R, the difference between the XM1 and the XM1R is that the cable has changed. This is a stiffer, more durable cable. It is still flexible, it's just more durable, because the original XM1, I heard there was like issues with like the cable being way too, not way too flexible, way too like permeable or something like that. In the MZ1 box, you get a lot of cool extras by RGN himself. Some of the things that you do get is, first of all, you are given a thank you letter by RGN himself, and it's signed by him as well, which is, I think, pretty cool. Not sure if it's real ink or not. It looks pretty realistic to me, but I think it's printed because it's mass produced. And on top of that, you do get a mini little care package. So first of all, you do get the manual. It is not with me currently, it's somewhere in my drawer. And you do get a extra set of PTFE feet, which I think is pretty cool. I love how that mouse companies are starting to give you an extra set of feet, instead of you going to hyperglides or something like that to replace your feet when like shit hits the fan. My final verdict on the MZ1, it's a unique experience. I encourage you to get it, try it out. If it's the perfect shape for you, if you're enjoying it, keep it around, just have a play with it. If you find the shape is way too aggressive, then refund it immediately. Other than that, it is a really good mouse for me. It is my new main right now because perfect shape for me, perfect weight. Just remember, this is Rocket Jump Ninja's perfect. It is not your perfect. That's why I'm encouraging you to try it out, because I could easily just say this is a perfect mouse for everyone, go get it, oh my god, it's a new final mouse, Starlight 13 or some shit like that. But you might grab it and be like, ugh, like the hump is too big or something like that. I would to recommend a mouse to somebody maybe who's new to the game. Get yourself the AirPods of the FPS community, specifically the Valorant community. You can get the Logitech G Pro Superlight because everyone is sucking this mouse drier than Prince Philip's balls right now. It is a good mouse, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people are just sucking it dry. The XM1R, if you have a massive hands and you are a Giga Chad, XM1R, good mouse for you. It's a massive, not massive, but it's massive if you want to claw grip this. Good switches, good feet. Other than that, that's my full-on mouse review. Thank you guys for watching. You don't have to subscribe because I don't use this channel. It's completely pointless. I do have my Twitch and Twitter plugged in the description below. A follow would be very appreciated. I hope this mouse review was not informative at all. It was more for jokes and giggles. I tried to make it informative, but I'm a lazy fucker. So yeah, follow me on Twitch and Twitter. I stream, and I am just a Diamond Immortal pleb that sucks at the game. See ya!